Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics. With the Navy Women's Lax opener just over a week away at Virginia, we've got senior Anna Gotterup with us. Anna, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Of course.
And it's been a whirlwind of a journey in your time with the Midshipmen. I know you've been very open about dealing with popliteal artery entrapment syndrome, but just how are you right now and how are you feeling physically ahead of your final season?
Yeah, physically I feel great. It's been a little less than 3 years now since the surgery, so life is good. I'm able to run. I feel great. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of something wrong with my left leg, but it's nothing I can't overcome.
I love one thing you said in particular when you were talking about your journey, how when you can't run, you don't realize just how much you miss it until it's taken away from you. What are some other things that you learned to truly appreciate when you were kept on the sidelines there for that long portion of time?
Yeah, something I've really come to appreciate is the camaraderie you have with the girls that you're consistently playing with. As an injured player, when you're on the sidelines for a long period of time, you don't get to develop the relationships that you do when you're constantly in drills, playing on the field, doing all those kinds of things. So that's something I definitely don't take for granted.
There's a myriad of people who are excited to see what you ladies do on the field this year. You're tabbed 14th in the country going into the season. I talked with Alyssa Chung earlier. She said how she doesn't really look in the rankings too much. She said it's just a number. But how do you perceive rankings, and how does that maybe give you some confidence going into this year?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I speak on behalf of many of the seniors and the Navy women's lacrosse team on saying that we still have to earn it. We got the number one seed in the Patriot League for preseason, and that's awesome. And we definitely earned it last year, but we need to earn it again. We lost some players from the season last year, and we need to fill those spots, and some girls need to step up. So I think for me, I also don't really look at the rankings very much, but knowing that we do have the strength and capability to go further than we did last year is really important for us.
How did this fall give you ladies some extra motivation too? I mean, you had a pretty daunting slate and you dealt with it with relative ease.
Yeah, I would say we had a great fall. We all really bought into the idea that we got to earn it, and proving that in the fall is huge. Going against teams like Clemson in the fall, who we lost to in the NCAA's, that was definitely something that we strive really hard for. We prepared for that game like it was a regular in-season game, and I think that's where our grit and hustle really came through.
And every year, every team's got a different motto. What is the motto of 2026 Navy Women's Lacrosse?
Earn it.
What's the rationale behind that?
I mean, truly, it's just we, in the 4 years that I've been here, we've only won Patriot Leagues once. And that was an amazing feeling and something we'll never, ever forget. But we want to do it again and we want to go further this time. So we're not going to be given anything this year. Teams are going to be coming for our necks, which they're right to. So for us, it's definitely going to be earning every day, earning every practice, earning every win that we have. And yeah, going from there.
And if you could go back in time and give one piece of advice to plebe year Anna Gotterup, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things, but I think the biggest one is just don't give up, don't give in to the weakness that you're kind of feeling right now with being injured. I can imagine every player that's ever been injured understands the feeling of thinking you might never come back from this, but you will, and you'll come back stronger and better for it.
What if, I mean, I'm sure it's given you many things, but when it comes to the Naval Academy, what is one characteristic that you feel like it's really built up and nurtured in you in your 3+ years here?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say accountability for myself and self-discipline. They kind of go hand in hand for me. It's the the thought of you're not just playing for yourself and Navy women's lacrosse, you're playing for something so much bigger than yourselves. And I think this year in particular, that's kind of hit me with service assignment happening and knowing that in 4 short months I'll be going into the Navy. And it's definitely having that self accountability and self discipline to do the right thing all the time and do that one more extra rep to make sure that I'm all set.
What are Anna Gotterup's plans once you commission and you leave Annapolis?
Yeah, I'll be going down to flight school sometime this summer in 2026 and preparing to be a Navy pilot.
I love it. Calm, cool, under pressure, like we've seen in your time out there in the field. You mentioned it a moment ago. But just how much pride do you take in wearing the navy and gold and getting to do that each and every game day?
Yeah, I think that's something that most people don't realize about me and many of the Navy women's lacrosse players is there is an immense amount of pride when you get to put on that jersey, particularly our Jolly Rogers jerseys from last year. It's just such a surreal feeling, and you truly feel like you have almost superpowers when you put on that jersey.
You talk about surreal feelings. How exhilarating was that when you with top Loyola last year, you get the W and you win that first Patriot League title in your time of Navy?
That was probably one of the coolest memories I have in 21 years of life. I can't even begin to explain what it feels like to watch Michaela Williams, who we call Meeks, score that goal. It didn't even feel real. I mean, everybody just couldn't believe it, but it was amazing.
I love it. Two more questions I have for you. First, individual goal for this season. What's really driving you in your final season with the Midshipmen?
Yeah, truly just supporting my teammates the best way that I can. I think knowing my role on the team and being that support player and doing the little things right and holding myself and everybody else accountable, that's kind of what I'm striving for this year every day at practice. It's being a leader, being a mentor to the younger girls, and leaving some kind of mark. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's just playing the best that I can and supporting the team.
Team wide, Navy women's lacrosse goes back to back. You make good on that expectation to finish number one, and you punch your ticket back to the NCAA tournament if your team does what?
If, and this is going to sound redundant, if we earn it every day, it happens every day at practice. It's not what we do in the games, truly, it's how we practice every single day and practicing like we play, because truly you fall back on your training. And when that time comes, when we're in the Patriot League final or wherever we're being tested, it's going to fall back on how we practice and how we perform then.
Ramps up quickly. You start with the number seven team in the country down in Charlottesville. How you feeling ahead of the opener?
We feel very ready. We are anxious and ready to go. I don't think anybody's more excited than Navy Women's Lacrosse to play our first game.
Awesome. I'm fired up. Let's go. Anna, thank you so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have been listening to the Navy Sports Magazine Show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics.